Namaskar friends, welcome to the fourth chapter, that is the animal kingdom of the biology of standard 11, and here in the part 1 we will go through the introduction to the kingdom, animal kingdom to be precise. So, welcome to Vigyan with Vishal Mulia, welcome to biology with Vishal Mulia to be precise, welcome. Here, let me begin with the introduction. When you go through the entire world, when you see or when you observe the different animals, you will find that there is different structures and different form. There are million of species and that have been described till now, and that's why we need the classification. So classification become more important here when you have huge amount of the species available on the earth. This classification will help us in the assigning the systematic position to the newly described species also, and that's why classification become very important and very essential. इसीलिए हम चाहेंगे कि we will go through the base of the classification. Which are the basis of classification? हम classification कैसे करेंगे? Let me go through the detail. There are differences in the structure and in the form, but there are certain fundamental things which is remaining common. कॉमन चीज जो है वो हमें ध्यान में नहीं लेनी, लेकिन जो फंडामेंटल फीचर्स अलग अलग है, डिफरेंस जो है वो डिफरेंस हमें ध्यान में लेना है. What are the difference? That is the arrangement of cells or arrangement of the cells, body symmetry, nature of coelom, and pattern of different kind of systems like digestive system, circulatory system, reproductive system, and so on. Here we will include those things which is there in the textbook. In the NEET level video we will go through all the details. लेकिन यहाँ पे, but we have restriction. I am following the textbook here in this video, so we will go through only those part which is included in the textbook, and that is the level of organization, symmetry, germinal layer, गर्भ में जो लेयर से वो germinal layer, coelom बोले तो देह कोष्ठ, segmentation and notochord. इतनी चीजों को ध्यान में रखते हुए आगे बढ़ते हैं. First, let me start with the level of organization. Members of एनिमल किंगडम जो है वो मल्टी सेल्यूलर है, वी नो वेरी वेल, बट उसमें भी अलग अलग पैटर्न है. सेल्यूलर लेवल पैटर्न, टिश्यू लेवल पैटर्न, ऑर्गन लेवल एंड सिस्टम लेवल. सो लेट वी बिगिन विद द सेल्यूलर लेवल सिस्टम. हम जो स्पॉन्जेस देखते हैं वो स्पॉन्जेस, पोरिफेरा मेंबर्स जो है, दैट इज हैविंग अरेंजमेंट ऑफ लूज सेल्स. सेल्स आर एग्रीगेटेड देयर एंड दे आर नॉट शोइंग एनी काइंड ऑफ division of labor. So here the cellular level organization is there. There is little bit division of the label, but not exactly the tissue like structure. So division of labor is there within the cell. All cells are doing their own work, and that kind of organization where each and every cell is having their own work, and that is known as cellular level organization, which is there in the porifera, I mean the sponges. Next level of the organization is tissue level. Here what happens that in the coelentrates, jellyfish, in the coelentrates member, jellyfish kind of organism, there is a group of cell which is performing same function, or the same function of the same function containing cells are coming together and forming the tissue. They are arranged in the form of tissue. Because these coelentrates are performing the same, cells are performing the same function in the arranged tissue, so we can say they are having tissue level organization. यहाँ पे जो organization है वो tissue level पे है. उससे भी हम जब higher form में जाते हैं तो organ level पे आ जाता है. Organ प्लेटी हेलमेंट से शुरू करके हम हायर ऑर्गेनिज्म तक जाते हैं तो ऑर्गन लेवल का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हमें देखने को मिलता है. व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द ऑर्गन इज? द एनालिड्स, आर्थ्रोपोड, मॉल्यूस्कन्स, एकाइनोडर्म्स एंड कॉर्डेट्स, वो सभी में देयर आर ऑर्गन विच इज हैविंग फंक्शनल particular system, and that each system is having certain physiological function. each system is concerned with the specific physiological function, and that's why we are calling it as the organ system level organization. Here a particular organ is known for particular function. एक ऑर्गन जो है वो एक काम करता है, इसलिए इसको ऑर्गन लेवल कहते हैं. उसका एक स्टेप आगे जो है दैट इज ऑर्गन सिस्टम लेवल. organ in this system of different animal is showing different kind of complexity. उसकी जो पैटर्न है कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी की वो अलग अलग होती है. Organs are assembled in the form of the functional system, और वो जो functional system है that is associated with the particular physiological function like respiration or transpiration or respiration or transportation of the blood, circulatory system or reproductive system kind of. And that's why that particular pattern is known as organ system level organization. So you can say it is the organ system level organization where system is making the entire organism. अभी वो सिस्टम जो है उसकी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी होती है एंड दैट कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी इज डिफरेंट एट द डिफरेंट लेवल ऑफ एनिमल्स. जैसे कि डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम की डिफरेंस देखते हैं तो प्लेटीहेल्मिन्थिस तक जो है वो प्लेटीहेल्मिन्थ में देयर इज सेम ओपनिंग to the outside of the body which is serving as the mouth as well as anus, and that's why that digestive system, opening of that digestive system is single one, so we are calling it incomplete digestive system. So here this incomplete digestive system is having single pore or single opening which is acting as both mouth as well as anus. Little bit disgusting if that is happening in our case. अपने में अगर ऐसा होता तो बहुत डिस्गस्टिंग हो जाता. एनीवे कंप्लीट डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम किसको बोलते हैं? वेयर टू ओपनिंग इज देयर, माउथ इज देयर एंड एनस इज देयर. सो माउथ इज देयर फॉर द इंटेक एंड एनस इज देयर फॉर द एक्सक्रीशन पर्पस. सो हियर because there are two opening and there is a complete digestive system, it is different than the incomplete one. It is showing the difference in the complexity. Coming to the next one, there is a difference in the closed type and open type of circulatory system. Let me start with the open type of circulatory system. It is happening or it is found in the lower animals. In this case, blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells and tissues are directly bathed into the in the blood. तो blood जो है वो open है और cells, tissue वगैरह सब जो है वो ब्लड के साथ डायरेक्टली टच में होते हैं और यू कैन से दे आर बाथिंग इन द ब्लड. दिस काइंड ऑफ सिस्टम इज फाउंड इन द लोअर ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड वी आर कॉलिंग इट ओपन सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम, जैसे कि यहाँ ये कॉकरोच में देखा जाता है. नेक्स्ट जो टाइप है दैट इज द क्लोज्ड टाइप ऑफ सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम. एंड क्लोज्ड टाइप ऑफ सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम वेयर द ब्लड इज moving around or circulating in a closed vessels, and there is a series of vessel which is having varying diameter, and we know very well, we have previously studied that varying diameter containing vessels are arteries, vein and capillaries. ये बहुत well known है. तो ये जो है वो different level of organization and different level of complexity we can see very well in the animals, and that is helping us in classification. आगे चलते हैं, सिमेट्री की बात करते हैं. तो we can classify animals on the basis of symmetry also. Like sponges are asymmetrical. There is no any plan through which the center is dividing them into two equal halves. So दो पार्ट में हम डिवाइड नहीं कर सकते, किसी भी एंगल से नहीं कर सकते, इसीलिए वो asymmetrical है. That's why we can say porifera members are mainly asymmetrical. जब हम सेंट्रल एक्सिस से बॉडी को डिवाइड कर सकते हैं और टू आइडेंटिकल हाफ में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं तो उसको बोलते हैं रेडियल सिमेट्री. एंड दैट काइंड ऑफ रेडियल सिमेट्री आर फाउंड इन सिलेंट्रेट्स, टिनोफोरा एंड एकाइनोडर्म्स, एंड दैट इज नोन एज रेडियल सिमेट्री और दैट काइंड ऑफ बॉडी प्लान इज देयर. When we become very specific that we can separate or we can have the two half only, we can divide into two half, left and right, or you can say dorsal and ventral only, तो उसको बोलते हैं bilateral symmetry. We can divide in the one plane only with the, and that's why it is bi, two bilateral symmetry, and that kind of bilateral symmetry is found in the annelids, arthropods, and we people also. We mammals are showing bilateral, the all vertebrates are showing bilateral symmetry. Next we are moving toward in the detail of the germ layer, the diploplastic and triploplastic organization of the animal at the womb level, the embryonic level. Here the animals which is showing the arrangement in the embryonic layer with a two layers, ectoderm and endoderm. When only two layers are there, they are known as diploblastic animals, because there are only two layers. Coelentrates are the diploblastic animal, and one can say that there is an ectoderm and endoderm. सिर्फ दो ही लेयर है, ectoderm and endoderm, इसलिए उसको डिप्लोब्लास्टिक एनिमल कहते हैं. और वो डिप्लोब्लास्टिक एनिमल में मिजोग्लिया जो है एंडोडर्म एंड एक्टोडर्म के बीच में, दैट मिजोग्लिया इज नॉट हैविंग सेल, दैट्स व्हाई ओनली टू लेयर्स आर देयर एंड डिप्लोब्लास्टिक बोलते हैं. अगर यही मिजोग्लिया की जगह पे देयर इज मिजोडर्म, इट इज हैविंग सेल्स, इट इज हैविंग अ लेयर, तो तीन लेयर हो जाते हैं एंड वी आर कॉलिंग इट ट्रिप्लोब्लास्टिक एनिमल्स. एंड प्लेटीहेल्मिन्थ से लेके हर ऑर्गेनिज्म correlates are triploblastic in nature. So this germ layer is also helping us in classification of the animal. Next we are moving toward is coelom. Presence or absence of the coelom or a cavity, that is very important in classification. Body cavity, that is the coelom, it is lined by mesoderm, and जो coelom mesoderm से line है, मतलब उसकी outer layer जो है वो mesoderm की है, उसको हम बोलते हैं coelom. Those animal which is having coelom are known as coelomate. Annelids, mollusca, arthropods, echinoderms, hemichordates and chordates, we all are having coelom, so we all are known as coelomate. हमको coelomate कह सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट जो है जिसमें एग्जैक्टली ये बॉडी कैविटी जो है उसको मेसोडर्म से लाइन नहीं की जाती. मेसोडर्म इज प्रेजेंट बट इट इज देयर इन द स्कैटर्ड पाउचेस, and that is there in between the ectoderm and endoderm. So that one is not exactly coelom, but we can say it is pseudocoelom, and that pseudocoelom containing animal are known as pseudocoelomates, and there is ascalmenthes in our syllabus which is belongs to pseudocoelomates. The next one which we are calling is acoelomate, because there is no presence of coelom, and platyhelminths are the one which is belongs to acoelomate one. So presence or absence of coelom or pseudocoelom become very important part in the classification one. Next we are moving is the segmentation. टुकड़े कैसे होते हैं? In some animals, body is externally as well as internally divided into segments with a serial repetition of at least some organs, and we can see that one in the earthworm. अर्थवॉर्म में बहुत अच्छी तरह से ये पैटर्न देखने को मिलती है, और उसको बोलते हैं मेटामेरिक सेगमेंटेशन, एंड द फिनोमिना इज नोन एज मेटामेरिज्म. मेटामेरिक सेगमेंटेशन को हम बोलते हैं मेटामेरिज्म, एंड दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग इज फाउंड इन अर्थवॉर्म एज वेल एज सेगमेंटेशन इज फाउंड इन द insects also. Last and the important one, that is notochord. Notochord is the mesodermally derived roll-like structure which is formed in the dorsal side during the embryonic development in some animal. Now, those animal which is having notochord, they are known as chordates. And those animal, you can see that chordate animal here, all higher animals are chordates. And those which are not having notochord during the embryonic stage, or notochord is not formed, they are known as non-chordate. And in non-chordate we are classifying, we are including porifera to echinodermata. So all lower level of the animals are belongs to non-chordates. After looking to this particular characters, now we shall move to the classification of animals. We are classifying them in the certain phylum, and this phylum, Porifera, Coelentrata, Ctenophora, Platyhelminth, Ascalmenths, Annelida, Mollusca, Echinoderma, एकाइनोडर्माटा, हेमिकोर्डाटा, कोर्डाटा, लेकिन उसको जब हम सिस्टमेटिकली समझते हैं तो इट विल बी मोर यूजफुल टू अस. लेट वी डिवाइड दिस किंगडम, और ये जो किंगडम एनिमल किंगडम है उसको हम अलग अलग लेवल के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को लेके, सिमेट्री को लेके, बॉडी कैविटी और सिलोम, जो भी आप बोले, सिलोम को ध्यान में रखते हुए वी विल क्लासिफाई इन फाइलम. कैसे क्लासिफाई करते हैं? तो फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट वी नो वेरी वेल दैट ऑल दिस बिलोंग्स टू किंगडम एनिमलिया, और यू कैन से एनिमल किंगडम. और ये जो है वो मल्टी सेल्यूलर है, और ये मल्टी सेल्यूलर जो है उसको हम दो पार्ट में डिवाइड करते हैं ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. फर्स्ट इज सेल्यूलर लेवल, अनदर वन first is the cellular level, and in the cellular level there is only one phylum, that is porifera. Sponges जो है वो cellular level का organization रखती है. उसकी asymmetry वगैरह जो है उसमें हम डिटेल में नहीं जाएंगे. Next we are moving to the another level of organization, that is tissue, organ or organ system level. Here again we can divide into two parts according to symmetry, the next character which we are taking into consideration, and in the symmetry we can classify them with the radial symmetry. और ये radial symmetry वाले दो है. Radial symmetry के अलावा next is bilateral symmetry. Let me move to radial symmetry first. और radial symmetry में एक है coelentrates, I mean the Cnidaria members, and another one is Ctenophora members according to our syllabus. While in the bilateral symmetry, again there is difference according to the presence of coelom. याद कीजिए हमने ऑलरेडी स्टडी किया था कि coelom एब्सेंट है तो विदाउट coelom that is acoelomates. pseudocoelom प्रेजेंट है तो with false coelom or pseudocoelomates, and the last one which is having coelom, that is the coelomates. विदाउट बॉडी coelom वाला जो है उसमें एक ही फाइलम अपने स्टडीज में है, that is platyhelminthes. विथ फॉल्स coelom अगर आप याद करेंगे तो ascalmenthes, roundworm, and the last one with the true coelom, there are certain phylum to be studied, and that phylum is having Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and lastly but important one, that is Chordata. Now chordata is having vast range, and chordata is again further divided into Urochordata, another word is Tunicata, Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. This vertebrata, which is the higher animal, is further classified into divisions. There are two main divisions: Agantha, where the jaw is not there, lacking of jaw, and the Ganthostomata, where the jaws are present, so they are having jaws. Agantha is having one class in our syllabus, and that is Cyclostomata, while the Ganthostomata is having superclass, two superclass, and that two superclasses Pisces, that is having fin, and Tetrapoda. Tetrapoda means they are having four limbs, or they are having limbs in general. These Pisces are classified in two different classes, while the Tetrapoda is classified into four different classes. Pisces are classified into Chondrichthyes and Osteichthyes, that is the bony fish and cartilaginous fish, while the Tetrapoda is classified into further groups like amphibians, reptiles, aves, that is bird, and mammals. So here we are coming to the end of the first part, that is the introduction, how we are classifying animals. In the next lecture onward, we will go through different phylum and different class of different animals. Till that, thank you very much. Dhanyavad, Aabhar, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.